Expedite, the pre-workout, is designed to really help you get through those moments where you feel a little fatigued. Sometimes your body does get a little tired, it gets a little sore. With this kind of stuff, it picks you right back up.
Your predictions with fights are always on point, Joel. And before this, on our Instagram a few days ago, I had asked for people to send in questions for fights for you to break down. So I want to go ahead and touch on those right now with this time that I have with you. First one being, you have experience already training for Manny. Mikey beat Jesse Vargas a few months back. And they're talking about maybe him potentially fighting Manny Pacquiao. What do you make of a Mikey Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao fight?
I think it's a great fight for Garcia, because Garcia has great timing on the right hand. Obviously, right now Manny Pacquiao is not the young Manny Pacquiao that we saw 4 or 5 years ago, and we saw it like in Keith Thurman. He did great in the early rounds, and then age starts being a factor towards the end of the fight. Mikey still has a lot of gas in his tank. I just think that it's just, if Mikey Garcia can withstand the speed in the early rounds of Manny Pacquiao and he don't get hurt, and he plays it safe and brings Manny Pacquiao in the later rounds, he can hurt Manny with the right hand, because I think Mikey Garcia is one of those guys that has that old school style, that his defense and his timing with the right hand, he sets the jab really well to connect with the right hand. I mean, Marquez was very effective with the right hand, and Manny Pacquiao is a little reckless at times. He tries to jump in. He has that one move, he does a feint and then he sort of feints a jab, and when he steps in, he goes full body, full weight, and he runs into a punch. Especially Mikey. Mikey is really patient. He's there, good defense, and Manny's speed is a big factor in the early rounds for Mikey. But the only thing is this: Mikey has a problem. If you can make Mikey move back, you can dominate. But if you have Mikey coming forward, he's gonna dominate you. That's one thing. But I just think that Mikey Garcia, all he needs to do is be cautious early rounds, 5 rounds. Just be patient. Time the right hand, and withstand the speed of Manny in the early rounds, and in the later rounds, he can beat Mikey. I mean, he can. I even think he can hurt Manny, because Manny's already old. Manny is already old, 40 years old. He's had a long career. He's fought everybody in the boxing world. And I think Mikey's young, and at this point, I think he could be him.
Yeah, I think the big thing is like Mikey's timing, and because he's such a good counterpuncher, and Manny's had trouble with counterpunchers, that to me at least, it makes it very, very interesting. The thing that I wonder about is like the activity level of Mikey. He might fall behind in the early to mid rounds because of Manny's activity.
Yeah, but like I said, it's a balance. You balance activity with age and, wear and tear. I can tell you one thing. Right now, there is a fighter out there in the boxing world. They can be the golden ticket winner, which is the fighter that's going to get in the ring with Manny Pacquiao when that age kicks in, definitely. Like I can tell you, when Miguel Cotto fought Sergio Martinez, that night, boom, I can tell you, age kicked in on Martinez. And Miguel Cotto, not taking anything from Miguel Cotto, great fighter, but I just think that if he would have caught Sergio Martinez, a year or 2 years before, it would have been a difference. But there's fighters that have such a long careers, they got such tough fights, that age kicks in that night. And when that night age kicks in, any young fighter can beat you. Manny Pacquiao's been active. He's fast. He's got a long career, great career. But right now, at his age, any fight can be his last, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And you never know when it's going to catch up with you, too. You can look great in camp, and then all of a sudden, the night of the fight, it's just you left it all in camp.
Exactly. I seen it with Francisco Vargas. Francisco Vargas was looking great for his last fight against Burchett. And going to the fight, it was in my mind. I said, he looked good in camp, but I know he's old. He's had tough fights. It's about taking care of the fighter because, you can perform good. Your mind is going to tell you, your mind tells you one thing and your body gives you another, and that's the thing with boxing. The thing with boxing like this, when you get to that age, your mind tells you one thing, but your body can only give you so much.
Yo, you, yes, you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.